Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing Afterlife Tribal. So I did do a deck tech of this one a couple days ago, so I'm not going to dive too deep into this. But the main idea of this deck is what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a ton of multicolored creatures that you control. So I'm trying to make Glass of the Guild Pact work as well as all the Afterlife stuff. But the main thing that I noticed with Afterlife is that all of these creatures are multicolored. They're white and black. So all of these get pumped by a 2-mana pump spell. So it's actually pretty good, and it stays around even through a board wipe. So that is good, and which is even better because if we actually want board wipes to happen, because then we create a bunch of Afterlife tokens. So that's what we're trying to do with this deck, is we have all the Afterlife creatures, a bunch of good ones. We have Teysa Karlov to give our creature tokens Vigilance and Lifelink, and then which kind of pumps them up. It also doubles the triggers of any Afterlife, so we get multiples of them. And then we have Ethereal Absolution, which I might include one more of in this deck to make it happen, but I also wanted to include one of Open the Graves, which also gets doubled up with Teysa Karlov. So anyway, this is a super, super fun deck, and we're going to see how it does in Standard here, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, up against Scourge on Mixer. Bring it on. And this isn't terrible. Revival is actually pretty nice here with this deck, and the revenge side of it is awesome. Like, honestly, I kind of want to just win a game using that. Alright, Godless Shrine tapped. Pass the turn. Islan. Alright, well, Gas of the Guild Pack is actually pretty good. So, Imperious Oligarch. Wall of Mist already. Well, in that case, we're going to get down the Enforcer, so we can at least start getting damage through. No point to swing in, no attacks. Alright, so this, we are up against the Walls deck. Wall of Lost Thought, so putting stuff into our graveyard, which might give us a chance to revival something pretty decent. Let's see here. Final Payment, Serve the Skulls, Mortify. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to Glass the Guild Pact. We're going to swing in. It really doesn't matter. I mean, he can just block here, but let's a Death Touch in. Yep. We could sack it and to get some more stuff, but I actually want to have these guys as blockers for the walls. So let's see here. Mortify was good. We did lose some good things. Revival on Revenge might just be better, though. Do we want to save up for Revenge? I mean, that kills Arcades is the big thing. So let's go ahead and Revival. I want to spend my mana where I can. So bring that guy out. Pass the turn. Alright, so it doesn't have green mana. This could just be a high alert deck. Can't cast instants or sorceries during that player's next... Alright, so we can't cast instants or sorceries at least. So yeah, can't cast anything. Alright, go to combat, swing in. It's kind of an interesting deck. Or interesting card. Alright, just swing in for the 1, because I'm guessing that's really all we can do. So Consume also kills Arcades. If that is an Arcades, we probably need to have some enchantment removal from here on out, because Rhythm of the Wild and honestly, enchantment removal might be very good. Mortify probably should go up to 2 Mortify and have 3 Final Payments, because I've liked these, but they haven't been amazing. Well, I am going to Final Payment so I can swing over these guys. Yeah, so target here, here. Unbreakable Formation. Interesting. This guy's playing very interesting stuff here. That's fine. I mean, we got what we want out of it, so pass to my turn. Tithe Taker's not bad. Alright, swing in for 3. Right, so it does block this time, and it does have Death Touch, so loses the wall. I mean, I don't understand why you try to protect it there and then lose it on the next turn. But, alright, now we can actually swing in, so pass. He might actually want us to try to swing in for a big Settle the Wreckage. So, pass is my turn, so I'm actually not going to do that then. Alright, open the graves. See if it draws out a counter. It could with this deck. Alright, there's a counter. Cancel. And because Tithe had to make him pay for more. So now we swing all in. Could be a Silhouette. Alright, down to 11, pass the turn. We're going to play our land. I really don't care at this point for that. I might just use the Concentrate to draw a card here. Why not? Whatever. Oh my goodness, more land. We're doing the same thing, huh? Aegis of the Heavens. Alright. Which is great if he was playing the High Alert deck. But, I mean, if he had High Alert out, but he can kill Tithe Taker, which gives us a 2/2 flyer instead. Alright, down to 5, pass the turn. One thing I wish there was is, like, I wish there was, like, Afterlife 4 on a, like, a 4/4 creature. Like, that would just be insane. Alright, Wall of Lost Thoughts. Yep. Losing a lot of good stuff again. Everything that actually makes our deck work, of course. Alright. Oh my gosh. Well, opponents gives it up, luckily. I guess we had 5 there. Alright, against S&T L Goblin. Bring it on. Alright, this isn't bad. We have our Glass of the Guild pack, Tithe Taker, Mortify. The biggest issue is we don't have mana for Mortify or Final Payment. I guess we kind of do with Guild Mage's form, so we're going to keep this. Play the Plains, pass the turn. Alright, well, we can play that on the next turn. Tithe Taker is actually pretty good. The nice thing about these guys, too, is that we're always fine to trade them off. Like, Branch Walker comes down, yep. Tempest Caller. To the graveyard. Guild Mage's form. Go to combat, swing in. And then we will, for black, Imperious Oligarch, and pass turn. And deck's looking better at least this turn. We can Final Payment to start getting our guys and Glass of the Guild Pact. I want to say Mortify for, I mean, hopefully, we'll see if there's a Cumena that comes up. Jungleborn Pioneer. Alright, so Glass of the Guild Pack, make this guy a little bit bigger. They're going to have to triple or double block at least to stop him. And if they stop him at all, like with this guy, it's totally fine. Alright, so they block and block. Alright, so now we get 2 2/2s out of it that are flying. Yep, that's what we want. I think the issue with this deck that I'm seeing is that I'm not creating enough flyers. Like, it's not insane enough. Alright, there's Cumena. We will kill him. Absolutely. Well, and this also will tap down their guys. Yeah, mortify him. They're going to draw. And we swing in. So unfortunately, I don't have the mana for Final Payment now in case there's something big like a Sagana that comes out. Which, honestly, we might just start paying life at this point because I like to keep our pressure that we can. Oh man, we would go down so low with that though. Draws immediately. Interesting. Could have a dive down here as well. So let's go ahead, go to combat, swing in for 4. Are we safer just not worrying about it at the time? Like, we have them in 3 turns. If we kill him, they can keep tapping stuff, but like they're almost wanting to keep guys untapped where we're wanting to kill it. So we're going to pass the turn, actually. I'm not sure this is the right call, but it's a call, and I'm going to take it. But because there are some things that I can find that could close off this game in 2 turns, you know, so I think that this is okay. I mean, Kumena, he's wanting to not tap down now so he can build up his board, which gets him, you know, a pretty big board. That's 15 damage on the next turn. Yep, gets to draw a card. He doesn't actually put counters on everything. This way he gets to swing in for 4, I suppose. Another Kumena speaker. So they do have a big board. That is an issue. They can draw again. Alright, so they swing in. Alright, pass to my turn, and oh man, please stop drawing so many lands. This deck, like, I don't know how we have drawn so bad. Yep, 2 attackers. So let's see here. So down to 6. If I draw, there's like 3 draws that I have here that could win me the game. So we're gonna pass a turn. We also could have a Settle the Wreckage. So I guess I have about 7 cards that I can draw that win me the game next turn. Glass of the Guild Pact is 1. Alright, they just swing in. Yep, that's fine. So we only have 1 turn though. Alright, passes to my turn. We have to get a good draw. Teysa. Actually, this gives them lifelink at least. And vigilance. Oh, and I should have put counters on it. Man, I keep missing that. Alright, so we go up to 9. If they have a sleep, I think we're dead. They have how much damage on the board? Can we sacrifice one of the guys? I guess it kind of depends on what they do. So we pass the turn. Really should have put a counter there. A 4/5 would have at least stopped the Kumena. If they have sleep, Tempest Caller. We did know they had that. All right, so Tempest Caller. I think that's lethal no matter what way we put it now. Yep, resolve. Yeah, because they have 9 here. Alright, cancel. Target. Sacrifice, yep. We were close. Teysa almost got there for us. But they still have lethal, so... Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I think this deck is close. I think it's close. I mean, like I said, I want the Afterlife ability to work better, and with Teysa it does. Like, you get more stuff. So I think there's perfect draws. I'm not sure that we can... That was it, though. All right, here we are against PTI Wiki, and we are playing our good stuff. Well, Imperious Oligarch doesn't really come down until later. We can at least play stuff on turn 3, so we're going to keep this. So Guildmage's Forum is the other thing that we have in this deck. It's kind of an interesting land in here, but it works really well with all of our multicolored cards because it gives another pump spell. So like this guy is multicolored as well, so it is another way that we can kind of take care of their board, what they're doing. I'm not sure which one's better there. I think Tithe Taker ultimately is better. It kind of stops any kind of control from being able to do stuff on our turn. So if they were trying to counter stuff, anything like that, Quench all of a sudden costs 3. Sinister Sabotage costs 4. So I really like Tithe Taker a lot. Imperious Oligarch, just having the Vigilance is definitely decent. But yeah, Guildmage's Forum will put a counter onto the Oligarch, which is awesome. And so let me actually read this off. So you can add 1 mana of any color if that mana was spent on a multicolored creature spell. That creature enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. So definitely useful. I'm really liking this Teysa Karlov right now as well. So we're going to play the Guildmage's Forum. We are going to tap here for black mana and play Oligarch with a counter, swing in for 2, down to 18, pass the turn, and this way we get some value out of our creatures before they become spirits as well as spirits, so it's kind of like we have 2 lines of defense. Everything that destroys stuff, I mean, Cry of the Canarium is the absolute worst card that can come up against us. It gives -2, -2 to all creatures until end of turn, so really unfortunate there. We're going to go ahead, get down to Teysa Karlov. And pass the turn. Would love to have spirits on that turn. Like if that had happened normally, we would have at least 2 spirits. We'd be able to swing in for 2 lifelink. And so we are a little bit dependent on our draws here. We have a couple of spells that gives us draws, like Costly Plunder, which gets to sacrifice one of our Afterlife guys. And so we're going to see how this goes from this point on. It might have been better just to play the Pitiless Pontiff to try to get a 3/3 creature out, because Teysa Karlov is only useful later. I'm thinking that they might try to use her to kill us though. So, or they're probably gonna try killing her because she's one of those creatures that's like, I really want her off the battlefield. All right, have to use this here first. All right, so black. We're gonna use black. Play that with white. Create a 3/3 that can become indestructible, which is definitely useful. And pass the turn. Revitalize. Alright, I'm interested to see what this deck is doing. It might be like white-black control, which actually is probably pretty good right now. Alright, passing to my turn. Possibly a Settle the Wreckage here. We're going to go to combat and swing in. If they find a way to get rid of the Teysa, then we're going to at least get another one out of the deal. Alright, down to 14. We're going to play Godless Shrine tapped and pass the turn. A whole lot of nothing happening for now. We can Final Payment. So Final Payment is another way that we can sacrifice our artifact creatures, or sorry, our Afterlife creatures. And it just destroys target creature. I think this is a fantastic removal. If we are gaining life with our spirits, then we don't care about paying the 5 life for it. We could technically use the Ethereal Absolution or whatever as well. I doubt we'd ever want to do that. Typically we want to pay the 5 instead, but or sacrifice a creature. I do wish that there was a spell that at least just gave us these things. Alright, so gaining life back. Do they have another one to gain more life? Let's go ahead and sacrifice it to... So they don't gain the 2 life back at least. Alright, passes my turn. Costly Plunder is good. Drawing cards might be useful. I think we're still good for now, though. So we're going to go to combat, swing in. Down to 13. We will spend this on black. Why not? And Taser Karloff, a 3/5 now, and pass the turn. So, yeah, I'm a little interested. I wish there was a spell that just gave us a bunch of white-black spirits without having to play Afterlife. And maybe there is, and I just didn't see it. So hopefully not, because I totally missed it if I did. Let me know down in the comments if I did. Because I went through all the cards like 3 times, but I still don't have them all memorized yet. There's a lot of cards. But getting an Afterlife guy is what we're looking for here, because then we can actually just Costly Plunder immediately. Ugh, man. Well, they do have Settle the Wreckage possibly here. Do we even try for it? We can at least Costly Plunder if they try for that. What you got, opponent? Definitely feeling like a Settle the Wreckage at the moment. Well, opponent seems to be timing us out. Okay, never mind. There we go. All right, swing in. And takes it. All right, down to 11. We'll play the... I will just pass the turn. No reason to play it now. One nice thing about Guildmage's form is if you have multiples of them, they can be decent. I have 2 in the deck. I could see myself going up to 3 because we have so many 2-drops that on turn 3 we want to be consistently putting a counter onto a 2-drop, which just makes them better. Eldest Reborn. Alright, that's fine. Yep, that resolves. We kill this guy. I wish we could target him and then Costly Plunder, but didn't happen. Oh my goodness, so many lands. We actually have a pretty good shot if we could actually just find anything that we needed. But past the turn, we have found absolutely nothing for the last... We haven't even found a single Afterlife guy, or I guess we played those first, so... Yeah, we're going to discard a Swamp. That's fine. Alright, Ross's Contempt. Now we Costly Plunder. Costly Plunder does also sacrifice artifacts. I think this is good with like a treasure map. Oh my goodness, we drew 2 more lands. 2 more lands.
This will be child.
How many do we have? We have 2 creatures here, so now 3. Ooh, Kea. This actually could be very interesting. And they exiled 2 more. Alright, well, Seraph of the Scales, which I didn't put a counter on because I forgot. Oops. Alright, well, pass the turn. Alright, there's a Taste of Karlov. I am going to kill it, but I'm going to kill it after Kaya can't do anything else, because like she took the last creature from my graveyard. Well, let's let it resolve. We get Afterlife creatures down. If we really want to kill this guy, we can. And now when this guy targets one of these, we can... Because they could neg one to target one of these guys. Not that they'd really want to, because it's... doesn't actually stay exiled. Yep. Yep.
Now it's dearly departed.
Ooh. Alright, well we have plenty of mana, so pass the turn. How many lands can we draw in a row? Well, I am going to swing 1 at Kaya. 2 at Kaya. And pass the turn. They keep gaining life. Yep, we discard a Plains. That's fine. Cry of the Canarium. Well, we are going to... Oh, man, this actually exiles this guy as well. So this actually puts it... Oh, wait, cancel. Sacrifice, target, sacrifice. I feel like you should do the additional costs first there on that one, but I feel like the other ones, I don't know. I think they're trying to keep it consistent where they start targeting them first. So that does die first at least. Kaya still is able to get that creature and put into our exile, unfortunately. And this is just the number of cards exiled. And it's if a creature is exiled that way, then he gains life. We have drawn so many lands. So many lands. I think that's like 5, 6 lands in a row now. Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like MTG Arena did not want me to win. Because I still have 2 lands in the graveyard as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 cards in the top 40, which is half of our lands in the top 20 cards. Ugh. Well, we're gonna take 5 from this, but it has to keep getting bigger and bigger. We keep drawing nothing. I mean, we are very creature heavy in this deck. I feel like we have so many creatures with this deck, but sometimes you just don't draw what you need. I mean, we know their main win condition is to get this Kaya off. Alright, so it looks like they probably have another one. We go down to 10. I'm thinking they play another one. They don't. Alright, well, that's interesting. Alright, well, we keep playing lands. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I guess this is a possibility. We did have, I mean, some cards up here that aren't terrible. Alright, use this time. Play Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. And I'm thinking that there's not really much chance. They just have so much removal that eventually they're going to get us. Like, yeah, Ross's Contempt. Yeah, it resolves. I mean, I guess killing it would have been better because we at least get the Afterlife creature. We would have had to sacrifice that creature to target that creature. Yeah. Alright. More lands. Fountain of Renewal. Probably just going to sack it to draw right away. They have plenty of life. Well, we get more of our worst creature in our deck. Alright, so we pass the turn. If there's another Ross's Contempt, we'll at least final payment this time. Only able to do 2 a turn at the moment. Hopefully they're at least drawing all lands as well. Alright, pass to my turn. More land. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, we're going to swing in. If they exile with a Silhouette, I mean, I guess they can actually because it's Vigilance. Hey, that's right. Pass the turn. Totally planned that out. Eldest Reborn. Yep, that's fine. This is the 3rd one that he's gotten. Which, I mean, the nice thing is that he doesn't have creatures on his side either. He's been exiling everything. But we get an Afterlife guy, which doesn't do much because of Fountain Renewal. But we're going to keep swinging in. Alright, pass to my turn. Kaya's Wrath. Pretty useless at this point. All right, down to 29. Pass the turn. We're going to discard probably Kaya's Wrath, honestly. It really doesn't do much for us against this deck. Revitalize. This is a fun-looking deck, what they're doing. Just like gain life, play good stuff with Kaya's, and try to finish them off that way. Which, I mean, is good. It's not terribly difficult to get up to 5 with Kaya's, especially if you're playing control-y stuff. The hardest part is that it doesn't have protection. Like, I think you need to be playing stuff like Settle the Score with her, where you can exile a creature and put 2 counters on. Alright, so pass to my turn. More land. How many lands is this? Alright, so go to combat, swing in. And this is, how many lands do we have in here now? So, 2. Yeah, pass turn. 7, 10, 12, 15, 16 lands so far out of our 24. Yep. And I think that he gets the spirit creature token of flying. Phyrexian Scriptures. Well, resolve. Alright, well, puts a counter there. That's fine. We're probably just going to swing in and then pay to kill it so that then the spirit dies on their turn. I mean, that way we at least get upside from what we're trying to do here. Oh my goodness. 17 lands. Alright, go to combat, swing in. All out attack. And now we will sacrifice a creature, so target you, sacrifice here. Thing is if he actually exiles his own creature here, sometimes it's almost better for him. But anyway, he gets to Afterlife. It's going to die on his turn because it's not an artifact. And then he exiles all cards from all opponents' graveyards. So this is actually the first time Phyrexian Scriptures has looked amazing because he can dump everything into my graveyard, and if he gets the Kaya off, it's cool. But that's also his only win condition. It's looking like. I mean, I guess that and Eldritch Reborn. Eldritch Reborn is decent. He's decent. Oh my goodness. What? Alright, what are the odds? Alright, so we have 2 there. I'm trying to remember my math now. 10 plus 8. Well, Glass of the Guild Pact. We have like 6 lands left in 29 cards. Oh my goodness. Ooh, alright. The funny thing is, I think we have a tiny chance because he's used a lot of his good stuff. I mean, I don't think a great... Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. 19 land? Oh. Cleansing Nova just to kill my artifact. And another final payment. The card that is completely useless. I have found all of them. Alright, there's Kaya. Alright, so now the game is afoot. Now I have to find an answer, which he for sure has removal for. Man, if this... And I've had all of these guys too, like none of my good stuff, but you know, I find at least a lot of these guys. Oh my gosh. I'm playing this out mostly just out of like I'm gonna make you play it out. I want to see a Kaya deck actually win with the Kaya's ability. So that's part of the reason I'm playing this one out. All right, so Mortify. Yeah, destroy him. That's fine. Create an Afterlife guy, and so this way you can gain life off of this Kaya. Puts more stuff into the exile. Ooh, at least I mean he's been drawing a lot of lands as well. You can exile it. It's actually kind of an interesting choice to take more time away from what he's trying to do here. So, man, I have forgotten to spend for Seraph of the Scales so many times now. I'm not really thinking it survives here. I'm thinking of Ross's Contempt or something. I mean, he's had a lot of draws to find everything he needs. So, alright, pass the turn. I am going to give it Vigilance just in case of a Silhouette, like, because they could have quite a few Silhouettes here. Alright, that's fine. Exile there.
Buddy, that's what I do.
Alright, so we might actually get a chance with this. More land. Alright. So, sorry for the Scales. I'm just playing him just because out of just like frustration now, really. Alright, if he has a Settle the Wreckage, I mean, Settle, you would obviously play lots of Settles in this deck. It would make sense to. He might even have like 2 in his hand. Alright, there's Mortify. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Pass the turn. And we're 2 turns away from death. I think that we can at least stop him for a little bit, but yep, that goes there. 24. I mean, we are winning at least on the card draw plan. I mean, we could technically have a chance to mill if we can keep Kaya's from resolving. Or Kaya's ultimates from resolving. Cry of the Canarium. Alright, not looking like an option now. And is that game? I mean, I don't think we have anything that we can really get. Revenge. This actually saves us. So, Revival Revenge, I've actually been a fan of this, so not only that, but Revival is actually pretty amazing too. You can return something from the graveyard to the battlefield, so Revival Revenge I think is an awesome card. Definitely casting Revenge here. He loses half of his life. If he fires off the Kayas, then we just go down 17. We're up to 20 now, so because we doubled our life total. And so, I mean, this deck is wanting us to stay in this somehow, for some reason. Yep, exile that card. So, 18 now. We really can't play anything else. Alright, more land, of course. I don't even have this much land in my deck. Alright, yeah, there's the 2. So, oh my goodness. 21 out of 24 lands. So I have 3 more lands in the bottom 22 cards of my deck. Only 3. Well, Tithe Taker. If anything, this is actually almost making it worse. Like, it might be better. I mean, the thing is that she has enough turns that they can ultimate twice. So I need to at least put some sort of pressure on. But if they kill stuff, which they obviously can do easily with that many cards in hand, since that's all they're playing. Which, I mean, it's an interesting deck. Like, just straight up exile removal and Kaya is your only win condition. It's not bad. It's working pretty well for him. Just to gain life. I think it's only if it's an opponent's. Or he doesn't even have opponents or creatures, so. Alright, well, Class of the Guild Pack, why not? Slam it down. Slamma-jamma. Alright, so our only chance of winning, I think, is to keep Kaya off of stuff forward longer. So swing in, see if they have a Silhouette. If they do, we will hit this. Alright, there's Settle the Wreckage. We're going to... Oh, wait, cancel. We can't give them enough cards. I mean, so we just lost it right there because I put 2 cards into the graveyard. Yeah, decline. I mean, these guys get bigger. Everything's there. So you guys have seen kind of what this deck does, at least. So we're probably going to end it here. But yeah, so he can exile, and unless I can find an answer, which I have Ross's Contempts in the sideboard for this deck, or they should be as a sideboard card. I could see running 1 or 2. Just kills the creature. He just has too much removal to know what to do with, so might as well, right? All right, we're gonna go ahead and concede. There's no way back from that point there. I don't have any hasty creatures, anything like that, so that was a fun game, I guess. Trying to stay alive as long as I could. All right, so that's Afterlife Tribal for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like I need to make some improvements with the deck. I think there's some other creatures that might need to come out. Like there's, I think looking back, I need stuff like this Ministrant of Obligation. I'm okay paying the extra mana for something that gives me 2 spirits because that's what the deck's built around. And so I probably needed to do that a little bit more. I'm really not sure if there's anything better to be bringing out. I definitely don't like the Night of Last Breath. There's not a ton of amazing Afterlife creatures except for Seraph of the Scales. Like, I feel like everything is not all that good. So, I mean, Orzhov Racketeers could be okay. It's just expensive for everything else we're trying to do. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think about this deck. What things you would change if I'm missing anything in here. If you guys do like the video, please leave a like, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.